Also YouTube, Heavens F Wargames, bringing you what you've all been asking for, which is an ABC Invoker deck profile. So, the reason that this kind of works well together is by abusing the new edition of Destrudo, you can kind of help extend your plays while maintaining your normal summon, get into a Deco Talker, and then have loads of materials engraved to be able to use Alistair's effect, fusing into a mech bud. So you can kind of end the board with like a Deco Talker, a mech bar, and a Buster Dragon, which again is incredibly powerful because then, as long as you've kept something in hand, you've got a negate with mech bar, you've got a destruction with ABC, and then you've got a target negation with Deco Talker. So you've got a lot of board presence and a lot of stability. Now, obviously, it's not as straightforward or as easy as that. You can't do that every turn, but the Invoked engine does give you that option. The biggest issue with the Invoked engine is it does require the normal summon of Alistair. Now, you can drop down Alistair's ratios and bump up your invocation to 3 so that you open up invocation more consistently, but of course you do need then Alistair to be able to resolve the effects. So what we'll do is we'll take you through the deck profile and I'll kind of show you what the deck has, why we play it that way, and just go through the standard ratios of the deck. So we played triple Alistair the Invoker. Now, I'm not 100% set on this ratio of 3 as of yet. I want to see him. The biggest issue is that I then need to have a Union Hanger in play to then use Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect to special summon out A, B, or C to kind of get the effects rolling. But then, of course, straight away, once you've got the A, B, and C effects, you can overlay with Alistair if you want to, using the graveyard effect of the A, B, and C, kind of loop it around that way, get Alistair to the graveyard, then you can activate your invocation to pitch the last piece you need, and kind of allow you to go like that way. But you do then need, of course, your ability to get into a Deco Talker to make it more consistent. So it's really, really down to you on how you would want to kind of mess with the ratios, but this kind of has worked okay for me right now. Triple A, triple B, and double C. Very straightforward kind of ABC engine. Like I said in the previous one, you can bump up the C if you wish, but what you've got to remember is you want to be saving these for a special summon and using that as your normal summon just to get the invocation search out. So you have to be very, very careful and very, very conservative on how you play this. And of course, the Alistair engine can be used as a side-in or side-out engine should you wish. Double Destrudo, because it can link off with Alistair as well, as Alistair is a level 4. So that on turn can help you out, move your plays forward. The fact that when you do the Destrudo kind of combo and play, you end up with a Proxy Dragon as a light in your graveyard as well as an Ancient Fairy Dragon, which does then gives you the access, even more so, to Mech Bar, or of course, you know, you've hopefully made your Buster Dragon by then. The one Dark Worm, because again, bringing it back can help move you towards a Deco Talker play, as well as obviously a rank 4 play as well. Triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, so it's pretty much the standard hand trap lineup, but these serve double purpose with the Ash Blossoms and the Ghost Ogres, because when these are in graveyard, obviously you have the access to Purgatrio and you have the access to Mech Busters. It kind of makes it more consistent and also allows you to kind of slow your opponent down, if not stop them during their turn. The one Maxi and the one Gofu. Now again, like I said in the ABC normal deck profile, the Gofu, because we have enough to pitch it when we don't want it or when it's dead, it's got to get rid of. But if you open up this bad boy, that's your decode sorted already, and you haven't used your normal summon. So that's your decode play sorted. That is then one of your easiest ways of getting into a Buster plus a Mech Bar. So that's it for the monster lineup. Moving on to the spell lineup, again pretty straightforward from the ABC deck of triple Union Hanger, double Ravine. You can drop Ravine down to 1 if you want, you just want to make sure you actually see it. Double Magical Meltdown, triple Terraforming to search out any of your free field spells, and then of course the one Set Rotation, again just to give you access to these. Like I said, if you want to put more in the deck, or you want to add, like, I don't know, like Photon Thrashers to make your consistency a little bit better, because let's not forget, a Photon Thrasher into a Deco Talker, into a Alistair, yes, you don't get the search off, but it does give you a rank 4 play. It's the exact same with the gadgets as well. You can put the gadgets in the deck, and that kind of helps extend your rank 4 plays as well, but this is more focused on mixing the Destrudo combo with your Alistair the Invoker. We play double Invocation. You can bump this up to 3 if you want for more consistency, but because it's searchable and recyclable, it's kind of okay. Double Pot of Desires for those +2 draws. Those +2 draws could be the game changer, the best kind of top decks you could amazingly wish for, so you must kind of play it. The one Regeki, and then the one Solemn Warning and the one Solemn Strike. You can obviously change these like we did with the ABCs. You can put an evenly matched if you think you're going to be going second 9 times out of 10, or of course you can bump up your strikes. It's entirely up to you on how you would like to build or play that kind of the trap section of this deck. Now onto the extra deck. This is where it gets, you know, scarily strong. So we played triple Buster Dragon because we still focus on the ABC, and that is the most consistent kind of engine in this deck. You know, you want triple Buster. Double Mech Bar because, you know, when you're going into one of them, ideally what you don't want to be doing is you want to be pitching your pieces from hand. You don't want to be banishing them with Buster. So you kind of pitch them from hand to make a Mech Bar. Mech Bar does his negation and kind of stalls out your opponent during their turn. Then you use Mech Bar to kind of go into like a Link Monster or the next level up, and then you go into a Buster Dragon, and then of course you've got an Invocation or an Alice to play ready to go because you've recycled it back through Invocation to then go into another Mech Bar. So you're sitting on the Link Monster plus Mech Bar, and it might take a turn or two to get there, but still, for your opponent to try and get past these is crazy powerful. One Purgatrio, you can bump this up to 2 if you want. For those times that if you know you're going for game, instead of going into a Mech Bar, you go into a Purgatrio, and that is just bang, 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 done. That is your game there, set and done. The one Black Rose for part of the the part of the Destrudo combo to nuke the board and reset. The one Ancient Fairy Dragon because that is the most important part of the Destrudo combo. Again, double Proxy Dragon for your Gofu plays as well as just normal standard Ancient Fairy Dragon plays. The one Akashic Magician, I explained this in the ABC one. This is another one of your parts that can help get you, that can help take you into a decode plus open up a zone here. So if you want to end the board, you could. There are the odd times where you could possibly end the board with a Buster Dragon, a Mech Bar, and a Purgatrio. But if your board is looking like that and you haven't got game, then you know there's something wrong. You should have had game by then. The one Tri-Gate, very, very straightforward on that one, and the one Decode Talker, again, you could actually put Decode Talker up to 2 because he is that important, but the exact same thing again is, once you've got Decode Talker on board, the chances are you've got a Mech Bar and a Buster here, or at least one of them. You should be pushing for game at that point. And then the rank 4s, we play the one Tornado Dragon and the one Baguska. Baguska, the exact same thing. Just for stalling your opponent out, slowing them down a little bit. And the Tornado Dragon, it's a nice little safety going first, especially against like Pendulum Magicians, because if they can't deal with you, then you can certainly deal with their back row and that during their end phase. But there are the other options of the rank 4s entirely open to you. You can obviously put in stuff like your Firewall Dragons. The extra deck has a bit more leniency. Again, in this one, what I would personally say is staple is obviously the Decode, the Akashic, the Baguska, Ancient Fairy, at least one Mech Bar and at least 2 ABCs, but you kind of want the consistency to be there. Anyway, that's it for the deck profile. I hope this gives you a couple of ideas of, you know, messing around with it, trialing it out. I was a little bit surprised when I first saw this build, because I was like, oh, how does it, you know, how is it supposed to operate? How's it supposed to abuse, you know, the way the decks both run, because they both require in a certain term a normal summon. But you know, this kind of it gives you the kind of the ideas to play around with it, and you know, offers you incredibly powerful boards, and gives you another alternative. So like your opponent might be like, oh, he's got ABC, so I'll stop them doing this, and then you just go bring in your Alice to the Invoker and go Mech Bar and go, cool, I'm now gonna put a different angle on the plays that you thought I was gonna make. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys. As always, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.